What do you have to press to go live?
We are live.
Are we?
Yeah, maybe you got to refresh the page. Let me check
All
that
right.
out.
This is fabulous.
Oh, here we are.
We're here.
Okay. Hey, we're back.
We're back.
And learning.
Hi, guys. So here's where it's. Are you trying to be all things to all people at all times instead of following your divine instinct for creativity? Are you trying to do this? This is driving me crazy because I am so trying to do this. And Rich and I have been talking about this, and it all comes down to priority. And divine order is where we started to talk about to be focused on your divine sense of order, because divine order is the ultimate in priority. Our whole universe is outlined in a divine, perfect order. Molecules, atoms showing up through that divine creativity, and using that order to identify priority and focus. And there's one thing that is, put it in the chat if you know before, there's one thing that is the most important thing in all of our human experience. There's only one thing we can control, and that is what? Well, there's only one thing we can control, and that is our response. So we have the ability to respond to all of this stuff around us, all of these things pulling at us. We have to choose our free will in order to set our priorities. How do you use free will, Rich, to set priority?
I voice my challenge over priorities to my partner, and he comes up with a great solution to priorities. And that's what we're going to talk about today. You know, how do you set your priorities? What's important to you? You know, I'm all over the place. You know, I suffer from ADD, so I'm here, there, everywhere, and Dean pulls me in. So, Dean, what did you come up with today? I told you the other day that I'm just so confused. There's so many things I should be doing. My list is a mile long.
I know.
And you came up with stuff.
I figure if you're going through it, I'm going through it. Our community is going through it, so we might as well be honest. And so I went into prayer because Rich and I had a conversation earlier today, and it's like, well, here's what we're going to talk about today. It has to do with divine order and priority, because priority really is a human condition.
Yeah.
And so this human expression of priority, how does a human condition, how do we deal with the human condition? We relate it to divine principle and order. So here's the thing that I do. The first thing is I got my spiritual practice. I got my spiritual practice, and I love it. We've got the dings. People must be making comments. I've got my spiritual practice of prayer and meditation and journaling and reading and studying and visioning and visualization. I make sure first that all of that is in alignment, and that's what I did when we were talking today. Just getting into that sense of alignment. And then once I had that sense of alignment, once I was calm and at peace with myself, how do you choose what to do and what not to do? And I just looking at all of these things that I've got, multiple businesses going on, multiple activities going on. It's amazing. How do you choose what to do and what not to do? Caregiving that I have going on. And the answer to that question is, first, what I always say, how is this happening for me? When you came up with this, Rich, today, and it's like, poor guy, I can so empathize with him. It's like, this is a really problem. Oh wait, hold on. How is this happening for me? I get to use spiritual principle to explore the idea of priority. And I know that we have choice and free will. You have free will. Rich,
Yeah.
you have free will. I have free will. We get to use that in our own priorities. So, how is this happening for me? Is the first thing I do. And then what I recommend we all do, take a breath.
Yeah.
Take a breath and recognize. Just look around you. I mean, here, I'm on vacation. I've got this magnificent partner here, my partner in spirit here, Rich, and I'm on vacation. We're just about to call it a night. Frank and I are here in Boston, and I get to go into the idea of divine right order with my tribe of folks. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I look around me and I see what's going on is absolutely amazing. And I know that God is taking place in that. So good is taking place in that. And there's an order taking place. And I'm part of that order. You're part of that order, Rich. We're part of this order. So we just get to choose. We get to take what we know inside and make a choice.
Yeah. What
Not
we
trying to
know
be
inside.
Not trying to be all things to all people. Taking a choice of what's important. So let's say you're a single parent trying to start an entrepreneurial experience. How do you, and your bank account is lower than you'd want it to be. How do you set your priority? You turn within and you see what your priority is. And perhaps your priority is your children. Well, first, your priority has to be with yourself and caring for yourself. And that's the priority. When it comes to caregiving, that's the priority, taking care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else. And then you look at where you're getting your income from and your faith and your trust that this creative divine idea that you've got is going to be just everything that it needs to be. That's how you identify, you get centered, and you choose a priority. You choose one priority, and then once you set that priority, that's the one. You do it at the exclusion of everything else, and then you set another priority, because priority is a one. It's not multiple priorities. Yes, I know it can be. After like 1912, the word kind of changed, but priority used to be, there was only one priority. It wasn't multiple priorities. I know some clients that I've got 16 priorities. I'm sorry. It's more than any of us can do. So, and this is just part one of this. We're going to follow this tomorrow as well, but we're going to come back to you guys tomorrow and talk some more about priority. And Rich, we were talking about engaging folks to do comments below.
Yeah. Just below, place a comment in there. Let us know what challenges you're having with priorities, what challenges you're having with life in general, and we'll answer these during our Facebook Live sessions. That's what it's all about, community, reaching out. I reached out to Dean, told him, I'm confused. I don't know what to prioritize in my life. And he comes up, and we talk about it, come up with solutions. You know, one of the things I do want to add, Dean, you were talking about divine order. And everything is in divine order. Nothing is out of place in your life. It's all unfolding perfectly. And so, you know, if you look at the universe and everything is just unfolding in perfect order, me being here tonight with Dean, putting it out to the universe, that was a prayer request. I'm confused. I got so many things to do. I don't know how to priorities. That's a prayer request. You put it out to the universe. And all of a sudden, Dean picks up the baton, runs off with it, and come up with some really great ideas we talked about. And I wish we recorded those ideas we were talking about, because that's what we should be playing for people, is how do we come to these conclusions? What are the thoughts patterns that we have that bring us to these conclusions? One of the things that I come up with is that infinite intelligence knows your needs even before you ask for them. It's infinite intelligence. It's all-knowing. It is all, knows all, does all, sees all. And so you just have to be still and ask. what your priorities should be. Ask infinite intelligence what feels good, and then go within and go with your intuition, because that's how we speak to the infinite intelligence, is through our intuition and through our emotions. We feel an emotion towards something. If you're excited about something, take that on your list. I would say take that on your list and start there. Abraham, from Abraham Hicks, says, you have a list of things, you write it all down, then you take the most important things you want to get done during the day, and the rest you put in the second list, which is the list of God. These are things God's going to take care of. And you know, I've tried that so many times, and I'm going to have to do it again with my list, because what happens is all of a sudden those other things either disappear or they're taken care of, or like a miracle, somebody, something shows up and eliminates that problem you have. If it's money and finances, then infinite intelligence knows your needs even before you ask for them. And money is just energy. And so you got to shift your energy to get into the vibration of accepting and receiving abundance. Think abundance. How does it feel to be abundance? What is it going to look like when you get the money for this project or for this thing that you need the money for? What is it going to feel like? Imagine it, see what your life is going to be like with money, and the universe will fill that list of lack of money.
Oh, and you know, before we continue, I wanted to say hi to Colleen Butler, who is here with us tonight. It's so good to see you here, Colleen. Thanks for being part of the community. I really appreciate it. It's great. Colleen and I know one another from Los Angeles.
Oh, that's great.
And one of the things, one of the priorities that see, and I'm saying it, one of the priorities, our top priority, Rich and my top priority is to get to know, like, and trust our community, and to have our community know, like, and trust us. That you know that we're here for you while you're handling the things that you need to handle to experience and express your divine creativity. We can swoop in with some new information, some information that is divinely guided to help you right in this moment. And that's why we're doing the Facebook Live today. And we'll come back and do part 2 of priority. Put something in the chat. If you're down there, Colleen, put something in there, some issue that you might have, or with priority, or something else, and we will be glad to address it. Anything else tonight, sir?
Nope. That was very good. Thanks, Dean. So we'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to be traveling, actually. I'm going to go up to Big Bear. It's in Northern California. Beautiful lakes and forest, and just to get away. So I will do the broadcast tomorrow.
Frank and I are in Boston. Rich,
love it. Do you park your car at Harvard Yard? I came from Boston.
My car in Harvard Yard. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye.